Hey, welcome to the Rock Bottom Cafe where we get a double shot of reality. You come here, you discuss what's in your mind. If you have any addictions, you have any lifestyles that you want to share with the world. If there are problems with your family members, someone's pissing you off, you come to the Rock Bottom Cafe, you release to the universe and feel better. We have our first guest up. Who do we have here? What's your name,
Hi,
hon?
hi, my name is Crit.
Oh,
Nice to talk to you, Mistress. Nice to talk to everyone.
yes, and I will be referred to as Mistress because I'm all knowing. So either way, I'm glad you know that, Crit. So you're here because why? What would you like to drop off at the Rock Bottom Cafe? What you want us to know about you?
Well, you and I did discuss it a little bit before.
Yeah,
I I do have an addiction to teeny weeny panties.
teeny weeny panties.
Yes,
So mommy panties just don't cut it, huh?
that's correct. Yeah.
Okay, and how old were you when you started this wild fetish?
It's funny because I was thinking about that recently, and wow, this goes back to probably almost as long as I can remember, I think.
Uh huh.
I don't know. I remember seeing a picture of
Hmm.
Charlie Angels, and Jacqueline Smith was wearing this little bikini, and I thought it was one of the best things I ever seen. And I've been hooked and had this fetish
Okay.
addiction to panties ever since. And I love seeing women wear panties. The tinier, the better. The,
Okay.
and
So you do enjoy watching women wear panties as well as you?
yes, mistress.
Okay. Uh, so how old were you? You never answered that properly.
How old was I when
Yeah.
I?
Like, were you in your 20s? Were you in your teens? Were you 5 years old wearing little girl? I mean, like, how old were you? Where did you became fascinated and started acting on it?
I was probably about 8 or 9 when it really, um, when I really started getting into them. And
Mhm.
I would back then I was wearing like food of the loom or something probably, and I would like roll them down so that they would be more bikini looking.
Okay.
Then when I became a teenager and started working, I would somehow was able to buy panties
Mm.
there. And then as I got older, of course, I just buy them when I could.
How many
And
panties do you have?
oh gosh, probably I'd say a good 100 or so right now. I, all the women that I've been with throughout the years, I um, have gotten into this.
Okay, so you're heterosexual, are you bisexual, or what's your orientation?
I'm heterosexual. I have a couple times I've gone out with this one girl. She was transsexual.
Mhm.
That was really exciting.
What was exciting about a transsexual and your panty addiction?
Well, she,
Was there a correlation, or it just was exciting within its own right?
uh, both, I
Okay.
guess. She came over a couple times. I forgot how I hooked up with her, to be honest with you. It's been probably about 10 years ago.
Mm.
And she beautiful, looked like a woman, everything. But down below, she had, am I able to
Yeah,
say
sure.
she had a huge cock?
Mm.
And it, I remember that just really turned me on, and I had her wear a pair of panties. And
So you just used her to wear the panties.
well, one thing I always like to me, seeing a woman in lingerie is to me is more sexy than seeing her completely naked.
Okay.
And over the years, when I would make love to a woman, I would have her, she would enjoy keeping all the lingerie on, and I would just move the panties to the side.
Okay.
And even with me, I would keep my panties on. I would just pull my cock out the top, and we would have sex. And
Okay.
this,
So how do the women feel about, y'all went out on a nice date, you go back to your place or her place and you about to go down, like get down to business, but then all of a sudden you come out with these little, as you would say, teeny tiny panties. Like what do women like? Are they taken aback? Are they freaked out by it? Or like is that you get a thrill from that reaction or what?
every single time they got into it. They thought it was really kinky. They loved it.
Hmm.
Uh, yes. You know, for example, um, here's a little pair that I wear a lot.
So you have them on deck.
Yeah,
Those are cute. Those are actually cute, actually.
well, thank you. Yeah, and here's another pair.
Okay, virgin white. Okay, you always have to have a pair of virgin white. So when did you realize, or when did you feel like, okay, this is an addiction, and I just want the world to know about it? Like, is there a community of men that wear tiny panties, and y'all all like on a Facebook group, or like how do y'all like, or is this you a lone wolf, or like how does that, when did you realize it's an addiction and you're special?
I probably realized it was an addiction um, many years ago, and I always kept it between me and the girl that I was with, and she always got into it,
Mhm.
whoever I was with. But I remember, do you remember Yahoo Messenger used to be uh, back probably at least 15 years ago,
Right.
and people could make up their own rooms, and I remember there was one called MIP, Men in Panties.
Okay.
I back then I was really getting into starting to show off, and I was surprised to see how many men were in the panties, and the different chat rooms that I would go into. It was very open-minded people, and it
O
was uh, it was such a turn on to show off in these. And not too long ago, I discovered a lake not far from me where it's kind of
Mhm.
secluded, and people go in there and basically wear G strings and stuff like that. And
Okay.
I'll wear, my panties out there a lot, and I do get noticed here and there, and it's usually complimentary from people.
Okay. So, when did you realize it was an addiction, though?
Probably when I was
Like, did something did you try to go cold turkey, and you just like, "Oh, I gotta have these panties," or like, what was usually when you have an addiction, you get to a point of reality and some kind of withdrawal. So, like, when did that come about?
probably in my teens, and I just knew that I always had to have some and wear some and be around them. And I I think back then a lot of people would maybe look down upon something like that
Mhm.
and kept it confidential. However, in recent, I don't know how long, people have just been more open. Like you have a lot of more people are coming, uh, like for lack of a better term, out of the closet, and
Mhm.
or pride days and stuff, and it's it, it's great to be yourself. And if someone might have called this weird or not normal 30 years ago, they wouldn't be saying that now. And
Right.
besides, define what's normal.
Right, like, who's to say, right?
Correct. Yes, mister.
Right. Hold on for 1 second.
All right.
Hey, mommy, we'll be with you in a moment, okay?
Okay, okay.
All right. All right. So to me, being the all-knowing, I don't feel like it's an addiction. I mean, do you go to jail for it?
No,
Are you hurting anyone?
no,
You don't go to jail for it. You're not hurting anyone. When you go to the lakes, you actually go to a public lake and wear panties, and the police, they don't do anything to you.
correct.
Okay,
Correct.
so why is there a problem? I mean, who's to say what's not normal, what is normal?
Exactly. And by you just saying the word panties, like really is
Well, you calm down first of all, okay? You don't get riled up with the mistress unless she tells you to get riled up. Do you understand?
yes, yes. I have to tell you, I'm wearing a little pink pair right now, and um,
Okay.
yeah, that's all I'm wearing from the waist down. So
Well, I wish we can see that, but I'm not sure if it might be a problem. Do you mind if I bring up another guest and we can ask them what they think about your panty fetish?
I would love that. And I would love to hear anything, and even if someone laughs at me or calls me names, that's a turn on about my panties.